So these things that happen to us in history prove that we're the children of Israel. And let me read that prophecy for you one more time. All right, I want you to get the whole thing. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Slavery with ships. No other race can claim that but us. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And we don't have a homeland where we can just all pick up and move to today. We can't just do that, right? Neither have we seen our homeland again, right? When you understand the Bible, now understand we're the Israelites. It's not even Africa. It's Jerusalem. It's Jerusalem because we are the Jews, right? Read.
And there ye shall be sold.
Once you get off those slave ships, ye shall be sold.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
And it says, no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall redeem you. Now let me ask you, sis, what's your name? Amari, sis Amari. Those things that we read out of the Bible, did it actually happen? So that means that the people that it happened to, that fit that prophecy, are the children of Israel. You follow? So we're not African American. We're not Negro. We're not black. We are the children of Israel.
That's right.
That's who we are. According to the Bible. Yeah, take a look. Take a look. According to the Bible, we are the children of Israel. But we've not been being taught that. Now let me ask you this question, sis. All these bad things that have happened to us, why did it happen to us? Like going into slavery on slave ships, why did it happen to us? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You're right, but what do you mean?
I mean, yeah, I don't want to like say it, but
No, you know, you gotta say it.
nah, but yeah, it was what happened.
Okay. Give me verse 15.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it real
What I
plain.
knew about prophecy was throwing me is when you said Israel. I could have sworn Israel was in Africa. So
It is. Israel is in Northeast Africa. Today it's considered the Middle East.
So when you say what you just said, we're not African Americans, if Israel is in Africa, because I'm thinking you're saying we're from the Middle East instead.
No. Israel is in the, I'm not playing semantics with
No,
you.
I know you're not. I'm asking like a question.
So
Because you said Israel, right? So
Yes.
I thought that you were saying from the Middle East.
no, there's no such thing as the Middle East.
That's what I
Africa
thought.
is in Northeast Africa, but most people don't know that. So I'm speaking to you in a general sense. We are from Northeast Africa. What I'm explaining to you is that we don't come from the bloodline of Ham, who was the forefather of what you would call Nilotic Africans today. That's what I'm explaining to you. Nilotic Africans. That's different than the Shemites or the Semites or the Bantus that are there today. You follow? That's what I'm explaining. All right, I'm not trying to trick you with that.
I didn't think you were.
No,
I was just
we do come from Northeast Africa. All right, but today, modern day, it's known as the Middle East, which is a made-up term. All right, but we come from Jerusalem. We are the Jews. Watch this. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Now I'm gonna bring you back. The question was, why did these things happen to us? That was the question. All right, watch. Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now I want you to understand. It says, if you don't hearken or listen to the voice, your God. Right? And the reason why I'm emphasizing you and your is that this is very specific about who it's talking about. All the other nations, they'll stand by. But this is talking about you and your.
Right.
You following that? So it's not universal. Right? Christianity has made the Bible a universal book.
Right.
But as you read the actual words in the scriptures, it's very specific. It's saying you, your God. If you don't listen, this is what's going to happen to you.
So then what would you say?
I'm going to read it right now. Let me finish this. And then, no, I'm going to answer your question. I just want to finish the thought so you
It's a
follow.
more modern question.
All right, here we go. Read.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee. Thank you.
All these curses are going to come upon you. We just spoke to the police. We read police with first, remember? They say it's okay. They said turn it down. Who did that specific
on private property. The sidewalk right there. You don't drive it, just like yourself as well.
That's a private.
Okay, we'll know.
How can you guys preach the word and that's my job, like you say, like it's a private walk. This is a sidewalk. If you guys can move on the sidewalk, it's good.
If we move to the sidewalk, we'll be in violation. So that's why we're here.
Well, that cannot move here.
Police said that we're okay here.
No, not for the sidewalk. Not for piece of private property.
That's false. We'll contact. I know. Because
It's so important to put something else up to them. Because this is a private property.
we can do it. It's no big deal.
It's not a chance for you guys preach the word, and I say, guys, it's my job. It's a private property.
I'm showing
Let's
something
move on
in
the
the Bible
sidewalk.
that's showing that we are the children of God.
You know?
I'm showing you something in the Bible that's going to show you that Jesus Christ is a black man. If what you say is true, then we want to change that image. So when they taught us with this image right here, which is why the world 3 times over believes that's Jesus Christ. Right. But if you've ever read the Bible, he looks more like that. Let me show you Jesus Christ real quick to prove that someone didn't just trick us with this. Wait, read that. And the reason why, you know how they didn't trick us? Did that happen? No, but did it happen?
Yeah.
So how did they trick us if it happened?
Well, that Bible has been, the King James Version has been altered.
Where?
So that was my next question.
Where?
Is the King James, well, if you use that Bible and you compare it to other Bibles translated differently, there are different sayings.
Give me the King James Version. Let me show you something.
There are words added and there are words taken away.
King James. I'll show you something. Because that's also a very common doctrine. That's a very common doctrine.
Oops, sorry about that.
No problem.
So
No problem. Now I will show you this. I'm gonna ask you this question real quick. Because this is a question that no one that has that argument has ever been able to answer. Where specifically was things doctored and taken in, put in, and removed? What verse specifically could I go to and say, you know what? That's not supposed to be in the King James Version. That's not supposed to be in the King James Version. Matter of fact, King James wrote the Bible. Well, we've heard all that.
There are a few, but the one at the top of my head is the one that was changed in 1947, where it says
I like your outfits here. Are you like Jewish Christians?
other verses.
Wait. 1947 is a very unique year. But let me show this to you real quick.
Zonovan, Compact Bible Dictionary.
And what I'm showing you is that we didn't put this together. You can go buy this in any bookstore, right? Watch this, read. What I'm going to show you is that the scholars understand something that common knowledge and YouTube has started to put out here as a doctrine, as a something to cause confusion within our people because they really don't want you to get this information. Because that
Well, our
doctrine.
people are always going to be confused.
2/3 are slated to die. You're right about that. Only 1/3.
We're never going to
But watch this. Read.
Page 86, definition of Bible, King James Version. When Elizabeth died in 1603, the crown passed to James I, who had been king of Scotland for 37 years.
So, now, I'm not going to get into this part of the history, but understand that King James was a black man. He was a Moor. If you know anything about the 1,000 years of Moorish rule in Europe, it would kind of connect for you. But, once again, something that's not taught to us, right? No one really talks about the Moorish rule in Europe, which is black kings, black nobility.
How do you spell that?
M-O-O-R, Moors. M-O-O-R, right? The black nobility that was in all Europe and in Spain. Go ahead, watch this, read.
47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day were divided into 6 groups.
Now I want you to catch this. I know you're Googling it, but I want
I'm
you
not Googling, I'm going to
save it.
research.
Good. That's excellent, sis. I'm glad you're going to do that. But it says, now read this again. Now we're talking about the translation of the Hebrew, the Greek, and the Latin into English, right? Watch this, read.
47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day were.
It says 47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day. Meaning it wasn't just any Joe Schmo anywhere just talking. These are the scholars. These are the ones that go to the best schools. These are the king's men. Keep that in mind. Because anybody just comes on any doctrine, any foolishness, they don't even speak the language. These are fluent people in the language. Watch this, read.
Were divided into 6 groups. 3 for the Old Testament, 2 for the New, and 1 for the Apocrypha.
So I want you to see that King James, when he authorized the King James Version, coming from the Hebrew, the Greek, and the Latin, he divided them into 6 groups. It was 47 people to make sure that the translations were accurate. That is just new doctrine that don't be confused. That confuses people. Okay. So are you following? When it was translated, the original translation, the first authorized version of King James, from the Hebrew, the Greek, and the Latin, right? It was translated or translated from those three languages by 47 scholars. Follow? All right. Read. Is that it?
2 of the groups met at Oxford, 2 at Cambridge, and 2 at Westminster.
So if you know about Cambridge, Oxford, and Westminster, those are like the elite schools in Europe. That's where they met to translate the Bible. So it wasn't about misunderstanding or misinterpreting the Bible when it was translated from its original languages. What happened was they got this English version, and that's where you get all the other versions from. Now you got the New International Version. Now you got the New American Standard. Now you got all these other books that were translated off of this translation. That's what has happened. They are the ones who remove and remove scriptures and remove words and added things in. That's what's happening. So I'm showing you that the scholars actually understand that. Go ahead, read that.
Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people.
So this is a prophecy in the book of Isaiah that's saying God is going to actually begin to reach his people as they've been scattered in all the earth. Why did he know that was going to happen? Because they sinned. It was a prophecy. It was a prophecy. Give me Deuteronomy 4:27. It was a prophecy that said that my people are going to be scattered everywhere. So guess what? Some of them are going to speak Spanish. Some of them are going to speak English. Some of them are going to speak Creole. Some of them are going to speak, what's that one in Ghana? Tweet. Right? They're going to speak different languages. But God has said, I'm going to reach them in whatever language they speak. Because I knew already I was going to scatter them into those places. Because those are my people. Give me this, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations.
God says, I'm going to scatter you among the nations because of our sins. Right? So he said he was going to do that, and he said he was going to call you back from that. Give me Hosea 1 and 10. He said he was going to call us back from all these places. But that's why we're here today, sis, to be able to reach our people and let them know you're not an African American, you're not a black. Stand up as men. Be ready to order your community again, but not under your own thoughts and under your own opinions, back to the laws of God. Because that's when we fell off the horse. When you trace it back, that's when all this stuff started to happen. When we fell off the horse. So guess what? There's men in these last days saying, hey, family, let's get back on the horse.
Right.
Because God says he's going to set us on high when we choose to serve him.
Right.
Because he chose us above everyone else. Read that.
Hosea chapter 1 and verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
We have so many people scattered all over. God said it's like the sand of the seashore. Read.
Which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where we said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
It said, in all these places where you've been scattered, where you've been told you're not my people. You know how we've been told we're not God's people? When they change his image and show him as a white man. Right. When they say we're African American. When they say we're Hispanic. When they say we're Haitian. You know what they're saying? You're not God's people. Right. But it also said prophetically, in those very same places, there you will be told you are the sons and daughters of the living God. And that's what we're telling you today. You are the daughter of the living God. You are a princess of Zion. But we've fallen from our royalty. We've fallen from our royalty because we want to be like everyone else. We want to worship their God. We want to follow their customs. We want to be like them instead of understanding this. Deuteronomy 14 and 2. God said, I made you peculiar. Right. I made you different. But you have to conduct yourself as such. You know what? Our people are afraid to be different today. We're afraid to be different because everyone else might laugh at us, especially in Hawaii. Right. Because there's so few of us here. We're afraid. We don't really know which way to go, left or right. They're gonna talk about us, or they're gonna talk about us. And you know what? I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be humble, and I'm just gonna be quiet. You know why you smile? Because that's so commonly said out here that you understand what I'm saying. Right. And I understand what you're saying because I live the same thing. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself. What's peculiar mean, sis?
Different.
Yes. But God says, I chose you to be different. So you know what our people do? No, I want to be like everyone else. That's the opposite of what God said. No. I said, no. I want you to be special. I want you to be different. And we go, nope, I'd rather be like everyone else.
Right. Nope.
That's what we do. But it's a new day. It's time to come back to who we truly are.
Right.
Dismiss all the stuff that we've been taught along the way and come back to who we truly are. Right? That's important. That's important because everyone else knows who they are. Everyone else follows their customs. Everyone else follows their gods, except those that have accepted Christianity, and they're, you know, the whole that's them up there. Right? See the eagle? Yeah. Right. That's a whole different topic. Right? So I just want you to understand, this Bible is about you, and it's for you, and it's to you. Right. The question is, will you listen?
We used to scream Black Power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.